I think we'll have one more question. Which side am I on? I've forgotten. It's yours.
I'd like to actually return to this issue of pure merit. Professor Tomasi had asked earlier, had mentioned earlier that pure merit, we do not necessarily know whether it's not based on other factors or not.
I merely asked whether
Mr. D'Souza thought that. And you replied using this analogy of a race. And I have two questions concerning this race. Number one, the competitors who arrive at this race, do we see trends in the way in which they're prepared? For example, are there certain ethnic groups which are consistently lacking preparation and thus cannot compete properly? And number two, probably more importantly, what is the purpose of this race? A race is one thing, but a college education is a completely different thing.
I'm sorry, can you just say why you think it's different?
A college education is a right, and yet it is also, in the way in which we look at it today, it is a way to address previous environmental conditions of a person's lifestyle. What I mean to say is, if we believe that certain competitors are prepared unequally, then when they come to this race can actually, they can actually finish first anyways. And that's what a college education can do for someone.
Thank you. Please.
Well, I think there's essentially a fundamental flaw in your argument, which is that you're saying that the purpose of a college, I would have thought that the purpose of a college education is education, but apparently you think it is social justice. Nevertheless, let's say it is social justice. You then go on to say that the purpose of a college education is to enable people who start out behind to finish first. So after rejecting the analogy of a race, you ironically return to it, and you embrace the idea of merit. You are simply saying that you want merit to now be, you want to prepare students who are not well enough prepared to win the race. And I agree with you, they should be prepared to win it. But you don't do that by destroying the fairness of the race. You don't do it by asking students to start on different lines. Only the guy who comes in first will think that's a fair race. Everybody else will feel it has been rigged because it has.
Thank you very much.